For 50 years, the moon has been a silent monument in our sky, a place we used to go. But what if the greatest chapter of lunar exploration hasn't even been written yet? What if everything we did before was just practice? Forget the black and white photos. Forget the past. A new generation is going back, and this time, they're not just visiting, they're building. The mission is called Artemis, and its goal is to do what Apollo never could, establish a permanent human presence on the moon. This isn't just about flags and footprints anymore. It's about building a gateway to the solar system. At the heart of the mission are the most powerful machines ever built. The Space Launch System, or SLS rocket, will generate nearly 9 million pounds of thrust to heave the Orion capsule beyond Earth's gravity. That capsule is a marvel of modern engineering, designed to keep astronauts alive for weeks in the harshness of deep space. And this is where the plan gets really interesting. As we push forward with these incredible missions, it's the perfect time to explore the void and matter of our universe together. So, a huge welcome to everyone watching, especially if you're new here to Void and Matter. If you enjoy breaking down the future of space exploration, do me a favor and hit that like button and subscribe. It really helps the channel reach more people who are passionate about this stuff. Now, unlike the Apollo missions that flew directly to the surface, Artemis has a new destination, a small, lunar orbiting space station called the Gateway. This will be a command post, a science lab, and a docking port. From the Gateway, astronauts will take a specialized lander, like SpaceX Starship, down to the unexplored South Pole of the Moon. Why the South Pole? Because it holds the key to our future in space. Water ice, hidden in permanently shadowed craters. This ice can be mined for drinking water, breathable air, and most importantly, rocket fuel. The moon will become our first off-world refueling station. The plan is already in motion. Artemis 2, scheduled for early 2026, will send its crew on a historic 10-day loop around the moon, flying farther than any human in history. This is the final dress rehearsal. Then, around mid-2027, Artemis 3 will make the final descent, and humanity will once again walk on the lunar surface. But this time, we will leave behind more than footprints. We will leave behind the foundations of Artemis Base Camp, a habitat, a science station, and a starting point for the first human missions to Mars. What we are witnessing is the beginning of a new chapter for humanity. We are finally leaving the cradle, not just for a short trip, but to build a future among the stars. This is a NASA astronaut. This is an actual live feed from the International Space Station. And this is the most dangerous mission in human space history. Back in 2017, NASA announced a new program called Artemis. The goal of this program was to land astronauts on the moon by 2025. But it is not just any mission. It's a mission to Mars. I mean, the moon. We haven't been there since 1972. So what could possibly go wrong? Artemis 1 was launched in 2022. That's when this live feed from the ISS was recorded. This was supposed to be a routine resupply mission to the station. But things started going wrong almost immediately after takeoff. Just as the rocket carrying the supplies to the ISS reached orbit, a sensor on the rocket's second stage failed. The ground team realized that if they didn't fix it, the entire rocket could explode. They had no choice but to send the astronauts on board the ISS a message. Do you copy? We have a problem. They were in grave danger, but the astronauts weren't in any danger at all. Why? Because this whole thing was a test. The people on the International Space Station aren't astronauts. They're actors. This whole thing was a movie set. The whole thing was filmed for a TV show called The Last Man on Earth. But back to the real Artemis program. Even though this mission was supposed to be a routine resupply mission, it wasn't. It was really an unscheduled crew evacuation exercise. The scenario was this. A cargo ship is on its way to the space station, but something goes wrong, and now the people on the space station are in danger. So NASA needs a rescue team, and this is where things get really intense. The rescue team has to wear these bulky spacesuits. They have to make their way through a zero-gravity environment and rescue the people on board. It sounds easy, but let me tell you, it's not. The rescue mission is only one part of the Artemis program. There's also the Gateway program, which involves building a space station in orbit around the moon. And then there's the moon landings. NASA plans to land astronauts on the moon by 2025. This is a very ambitious plan, and there are a lot of risks involved. But if it works, it will be a giant leap for mankind. What do you think? Would you go on a mission to the moon? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please make sure to like and subscribe.